Hello everyone, welcome back to whatever number video this is by now, as I talk about Cassie Cage and NOOB SAIBOT and their changes in this patch. We have nerfed versus buffed, really. Cassie Cage just had a few nerfs, a couple of adjustments, and NOOB SAIBOT has, particularly in Seeing Double, again, once more kind of fitting with the theme of making the underrepresented variations better, has seen a lot of improvements, and I'll go into why. Cassie Cage, I'll be starting with her. Her changes are, first things first, down to 950 health from 1000, so a little bit less health than usual. Ballbuster, which is a nut kick, has an increased victim region during its active frames. I wasn't too sure about this one myself, but thanks to my stream chat, I was able to figure out that this is just worse at interrupting gaps now. We used to see Cassie against things like Geras forward 2-1-2, where you would just be able to do this and just get through all the gaps no matter what, and it would really kind of like dominate those matchups, that thing by itself. Can't really do that as much anymore. It's still a good move, still a restand in a game with amazing wake-up options, still does decent damage, especially in the corner, still has plus frames, but not quite as good for getting in between gaps now. Up Glow Kick has 5 frames less of block stun and can no longer be amplified after being flawless blocked. So what that means is, if I get him to block everything and flawless, if I do Glow Kick, which is this, if I whiff it, obviously you can amp it. If he flawless blocks it, I can no longer amp it. And on block, this is minus 28, so it's punishable. Up Glow Kick amplified when flawless blocked has 10 less frames of block advantage and less pushback. What this means is you can now flawless block this on the way down. So if I get him to, in fact, that's actually easier if I play noob and make her do it. If I go 1, 2, I can make her do that. This was previously just a free get out of the corner card. Anything on block into this would be safe. There was nothing you could do about it. And with her mids, that was a good situation for her to be in, as it's, you know, she would be, when blocked, -4. Now there's a gap. So if you flawless block, she's -14, which she's punishable. So yeah. There is now, it now is just less autopilot. The Cassie player has to be really careful as to when she chooses to do that. If she tries to mix up amping it with not, because let's be realistic, you're not flawless blocking the first bit consistently. The real change here is the flawless blockable gap once the first one is already connected. Because no one's going to flawless block the Glow Kick by itself. I'm pretty sure it jails off of near enough everything, so you're not really going to flawless block it in those situations. The real thing is just knowing that when you block it, you can flawless block. And it's -28, I think, by itself normally, so you do have a long time to punish it. I imagine it's going to be unsafe the majority of the time now, which is really good. Towards back kick, forward 4 has a recovery change now. So forward 4 is a little bit less harassable, really. This really was the crux of her. Let me make him not flawless block. So this was 0 on block. It's now -3. So it's not something she can just constantly badger you with and cause a problem. And believe it or not, they are the only changes to Cassie. I do agree with it. I think they're being quite sensible. They're making one of her best tools in terms of safety, because she's a very safe character anyway if you play her the right way. But being able to just do anything into this to be safe and be at a range where back 2 reaches, if they press a button, like if I do this and you block it, you know, I can do a little dash up and forward 4. If you block it, I was 0. Who cares? You know, you could really screw with people off of that. So dealing with that specifically, I think, is really good, because it's also a universal Cassie nerf that she can't do with this variation or Digital Soldier. And of course, this being less good. It's still a mid. You know, you can still hit confirm it if you do this. It's just not, again, quite as overbearing, hopefully, as it was prior. NOOB SAIBOT. Let's talk about good old NOOB SAIBOT. Seeing Double has had some changes. Let me scroll down to them. Uh-oh, I just hit my cable. I really hope I haven't just caused loads of horrible noises. I'm just going to tab back into my chat to make sure I haven't killed everyone's ears. Okay, good. Good. I did not. Noob. Make her not block in case, yeah, he's not. Amplify Shadow Tackle. Damage increased by 40. So this now. More damage. Better use as an ender, or just if you manage to catch it in the middle. you're going to see that work, which is really good. Shadow Slide now has one more recovery frame. It's back forward 3. One more recovery frame, travel speed slightly reduced, but can now be amplified. So it pretty much, see this? It pretty much does that after for 16%, 166 damage right there. Hella damage for what that is. The big thing about this is, remember, Noob's running Shadow Tackle Crushing Blow that triggers if you connect 10 Shadow moves. We were not seeing it because it was going to be 1, like 2, 3, like 4, 5, and it was taking so long. This counts as 2. So if I do this, 1, let me give myself infinite bar just to make sure this doesn't take so long. Refill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5, 4, and then that will be enough. There you go. Now you get the 30% projectile. It still looks like it takes a long time, but remember, this is 16% damage, which will make it a combo ender. So if you hit this, like this variation of Noob Saibot doesn't launch. So if you hit this, there you go. That's a hit confirm into the zoning variation of Noob. That confirms that. That's 2 clones into full screen into 24% damage. That's pretty much more than Shang Tsung gets now for sending you full screen. And the 2 clones, which is good damage. So if you hit that on the way in, that's 3. That's 4. Any string at all can be turned into that, you know, for double clones. Adjusted stamina regeneration after Ghost Ball debuff expires. Now, Ghost Ball recovery also reduced by 14 frames. So Ghost Ball is this projectile. He doesn't die quite as much. It says unblockable, but it's a high. He would do this and die pretty much no matter what before, which was a problem. So you would do this, and you are in harm's way. You could never combo into it. Nothing would combo. But now you use it in conjunction with your other specials. Now your zoning game is better, and it has a high chance to hit. The good thing about Ghost Ball that always made it decent on paper was if Ghost Ball hits, it takes, look at that, it takes a bar away from both of them. But the problem Ghost Ball had was before the patch, it would take a bar away, and then as soon as the bar came back, it would just go, whoop, full again. So it would do, take a bar, reappears, zoop, it's back up again. So you would take away their resources for like a second or 2, and then it would come back. Even worse, if they had no resources because they'd spent it, like if they did breakaway, and then you hit them with the Ghost Ball, the same time would pass, and when it gave them their bar back, it would give them everything back. And it would give them their resources back way faster than it used to. And that was a huge problem and made this move kind of whack. Now they've changed it. So the regeneration, as you can see, you get hit by this, you lose a bar for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds, man. 10 seconds without that bar. That's offensive bar gone, defensive bar gone. That one change made this move so much better. Down 3 has 2 more frames of recovery on hit and miss, and 4 more frames of hit stun. So hitting this, again, if I make a crouch, and once more, Cassie gets to do this as well, I'm sure. Down 3 now. Let me try down 1 first. Yep. Hey, so down 3 on hit gives him forward 2. Down 3 on hit, forward 2. That's huge for Noob Saibot. That's his best button by far, really. And previously, he would just do this into back 1, which can be dangerous for him. Now, not having to rely on that will make his back 1 even scarier as well. And down 4 has 2 more frames of recovery, 2 less frames of hit stun, and is hit region adjusted. So, pretty much, this is a bit slower. But, funnily enough, anti-air's real good now. So for some reason, his down 4 is like, you say hit region adjusted, the purple above his head, this is like the god anti-air from like jump distance. Look at that. And that's 2 clones right there. or 1 clone for just that. Now, something I haven't talked about that he can do, Noob Saibot, is you'll notice the end of the amplified clone, the low slide anyway, it looks like this. That's because it is this. And this is a launcher in the corner. Which means that seeing double now, when he has you cornered, has a launcher. Which now means that he can do 2. I wonder if he can do it back to back. I actually haven't tried this. Okay, so it doesn't like he can do multiples of them, but he gets a launcher, which obviously, I don't know what the optimal would be here, but he gets to do clone, and then there you go. That's big corner damage and 3 clones added to the counter. So you want to get like, you get this. That's big whip punish with that into it. Now, I wonder if you can do both back to back for 4. I can't imagine you can, but let's find out. Actually, no, I know how you could do this. Ah, I've got an idea. Does that work? Can I do down 1, forward 3? Nah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I want to try this. Ha! You can. You can. 380 damage 2-bar combo that gives you 4 clones in the progress to his crushing blow. Which means that if you get the crushing blow as well, this variation, if he gets the crushing blow, means he'll be able to do something like this. Let's do this. Let's do this. There you go. Means you can cash out with it. Can he do crush? Can he combo this? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Can he teleport it? I don't think so. Nope, can't. But this one gets the air teleport too. So if they want to start flinging stuff back, now your projectile game is better. If they want to start flinging stuff back, your reactionary teleport game gets a lot scarier. 16% reactionary teleport. That's not bad. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of these two as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Noob Saibot seeing double seems like it could be quite strong. I'm looking forward to seeing how strong it ends up being, really, because the fact remains is, as good of the keep away as this is, and how obviously it helps towards that crushing blow, and the ghost ball is better, this has that unique utility, whereas, I mean, there's no getting around the fact that Variation 2 still just has that damage output, right? Amazing projectile, severe damage output. And the other one's going to be a lot better thanks to the down 1 and down 3 changes too, and a better anti-air thanks to down 4. So the other variation will definitely be better as well in terms of like combo potential off of the hit confirm ability of these new buttons. You know, you can get a down 4 anti-air into, I presume, dash in, back 1, grab, launch into whatever you want. And obviously you get to hit confirm your stuff off of your pokes, which is really good for a character like this. And Cassie, I still think Cassie's going to be fine. I think she's going to be really strong still. She still has some of the best mids in the game. Fast mids, safety, you know, unbreakable damage through Variation 2, keep away through Variation 1. I think she'll be just fine. But I'm really happy to see seeing double Noob Saibot get these improvements. We don't have any characters left to go, but there are still some ready and on the way. So thanks very much for watching, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video.